video, I am just going to show you some cards that I've been making using the new Flighty and Airy Designer Series paper from Stampin' Up, and this is a celebration only gift that you can earn for free with a qualifying order, and it is absolutely beautiful. I love it. So I know a lot of you are either just getting this paper or you're about to receive it with your orders. Some of you, if you're demonstrators and you were able to earn this free on your pre-orders last month, you already have it. So if you're looking for ideas, watch this video because I think you'll like some of the card designs that I have come up with, and they're pretty easy. So without further ado, let's start stamping. A new package. All right, look at this. I love the watercolor look. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Even this, oh, like how beautiful is that? I love the colors. The colors are so cheerful and happy. So awesome. Oops. And that one. And then these are great because you can fussy cut these, and believe it or not hard, nor is it really time consuming to cut these, which I did on these cards that I'm about to show you. So that is the Flighty and Airy Celebration paper. What I did on my cards is I had them all done up like this. I ended up cutting the front panels off and cutting them down to be 4 by 5 1/4. And they were already stamped with the notes of nature, my sentiment, and I glued them onto a different card base, okay? I'm not going to do that with these ones because that's going to require a whole lot more cardstock. So I'm going to improvise just a teeny tiny bit. I'm pretty sure I've been using the new Notes of Nature in my last 2 videos, maybe more than that. Just going to warn you, probably going to be using this stamp set for as long as it's available with Stampin' Up because I really truly love it that much. So I'm going to go ahead, zoom in just a smidgen, and ignore the back because I stamped all the back of my cards because these are customer thank you cards as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp these tone on tone. Now, ordinarily, I would use my stamp positioner tool, but Stampin' Up doesn't sell that anymore, so I'm just going to show you using my big block, and I'm going to position these all on in one swooperama. I'm going to pick this up with my block. Then I'm going to bring in my bubble bath. I think I had these stamps totally cleaned, so Lord only knows. Let's get a little bit of green in there. It's okay. Let's bring in another one. I'm pulling in some dies that are new. These are our perennial postage dies, so I'm going to cut 2 at a time. Bringing in my elegant eucalyptus embossing folder, and I'm going to go ahead and emboss both of these at the same time. Time to cut some birds. So this is all I do is I just go through and I make a little pile of my birds. Okay, we'll just use these 2 and I can cut those ones out later. Okay, watch how easy these are to cut. Just make sure you move your paper around, not just your scissors. I'm not getting right into, you know, in between each little claw. Doesn't have to be perfect. There's one, and then the other one. I actually find cutting these incredibly relaxing. The other night, I forget what podcast I had on. Can't remember now actually. But anyways, I was just listening to something, might have been an audiobook book, and I was just listening while I was cutting my birds, and it was so relaxing. Okay, now there's my birds, but we don't want to put them on yet because I want to put a sentiment, so I'm just going to set those aside. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I save, quite often I save the strips from trimming my paper so that I have a banner ready to rock and roll. And the sentiments on these cards are going to be from Hills of Tuscany, another stamp set that's new in our mini catalog. I cannot wait to play with this, and I already have an idea, which could very well be my next video. But I love the sentiments. I just can't thank you enough. You're in my thoughts, wishing you peace. Love that. Hello, but look at the fonts. Like, oh, this is going to be a fun stamp set. So I'm going to use I Just Can't Thank You Enough, and I'm going to stamp that with black memento. I think I'm going to flag the ends on both sides here. Well, there's not enough space to do that on this, so we'll just trim it. Up the center, and then from the corner to the center. All right, save that for another one. Let's bring this in. One-dimensional on this one, and apply my glue. And I'm going to put this right here. Now we need some greenery. So now I'm going to bring my punch in, and I'm just going to punch out a bunch of those. All right, so I'm just gonna go and punch my little heart out. First thing I'm gonna do before I add my greenery is I'm gonna actually add my birds. I'm just gonna put these on with dimensionals. That. They are the tweetest little birds ever, don't you think? I love them. Okay, now I'm going to bring my glue and I'm going to start adding some greenery. And the reason why I wanted to put my bird on first is because I don't want to lose that embossed background. I don't want to add more than I need, and I don't want to cover my sentiment. So that bird there kind of helps me know where to position my leaves. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue like that. I'm not even doing it behind every little, you know, leaf. And I want to incorporate some of these different colors. And I want it to look like my little bird's not like floating in the air, right? Like I'm gonna want him to have something to sit on. So even this one didn't punch out all the way. Can still use it. Can still use it. I'm just gonna tuck that little bit right underneath. And I'm going to put the little stem down. so that looks like my little bird is got his little feet on his stem. And I don't want to cover up those words, so I'm just moving that a bit. There. That should be good. And I'm just going to cut that because I don't need such a big piece. I'll put a little bit there. And just kind of pulls it all in together. I'm going to grab some of this old olive. And it's just a matter of playing and having fun. Okay, so I have the greenery on there. Gonna put the greenery on this one too. I have pulled in a couple ribbons. Got my fancy pantsy ribbon maker. I know I get a lot of questions when I use this in my videos. It's just a board with some holes cut in it and some dowels, and it works like a hot diggity do. It's not what I normally say, but for the sake of this family channel, we'll use diggity do. So this measures 8 inches by about 4 1/4, and it's about 3/4 of an inch. And then the spacing between the holes varies. Like this is like 1 inch, the next two are like 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. So they're all spaced a little bit differently. And this works so well. My friend Barb gave this to me. I love it. I use it all the time, and my husband made these up for me one year because I wanted to give them to all my club members for Christmas, and they love them too. So if you've never seen one of these great little doodahs, this is how it works. I'm going to wrap my ribbon around it, okay, and I'm going to bring my ribbon over and under. I've also seen, I don't know if it works, but you can get styrofoam, get a piece of styrofoam and put your dowel in there. Anyways, so let me try that again because I got, okay, over and under, over, and then it's going to go under and through because I'm making my little circle, and then pull it tight. So we'll just trim that up and slide it off. And then of course, the wider you have your dowels apart, the bigger your bow. The closer you have them together, the smaller your bow. So let's do this with my twine. I'm going to do a double one, so I'm going to wrap it around twice, go over, under, over, make a loop, a little hole, and pull it through and pull it tight. Slide it off. Alright, let's bring in the beautiful, wonderful, magic mini dots, mini glue dots. And I'm going to put a glue dot there. And I think this one, I'm going to use this ribbon. And another glue dot to hold my tails in place so they don't go running off where I don't want them to go. Alright, there's that. And then this one, I'm going to open up these loops. Another glue dot. I'm going to put it there. And pull my 2 strings down a little bit. one of the reasons why I love this paper so much is because there's so many colors in it that you could use so many different colors of ribbon. You can just do all kinds of things. I love everything I'm playing with here. Everything makes me incredibly happy. All right, let's move this and we'll get some white to put inside. Maybe we need a couple of embellishments. So I'm just gonna pull out my basic rhinestones because they're the first thing that I grabbed. The next card that I'm going to show you how I made is this one. Really, really easy. So I already have my strip of Designer Series paper on. So I'm going to bring this stamp back in. And my bubble bath. I'm going to show you a third card too. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that now. Okay, there's my background. Now I'm taking this die from the Perennial Postage and I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine just like this. Okay. So I'll save this for something else. And I'm going to take some dimensionals. Right. Before I take the backings off, this is my 2 1/4 by 3 1/4 paper, okay? So I'm going to bring my card base in. We are just going to use a Night of Navy card base. So I'm going to take this piece. Wait, I need to put glue behind it. Okay. So I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to line it up where I want it. Put it on my card. Take my fingers. No, this is just how I do it. Doesn't even look straight on the card base, but no one's gonna know, and I wanted that little bird to peek through. Okay? No one needs to know your secrets. No one needs to know if that paper behind the window is perfectly straight or if it's crooked. Who needs to know that? Who cares? It's gonna look beautiful when it's all done. Okay, so then that gets lined up like so. Then you've created your beautiful little window. Then we need a bird. Let's get a bird. Where's my little pile of birds? Here, we'll use this one right here. All right, gonna cut him out. This bird is just gonna get popped on with a couple dimensionals. I'm gonna put this little bird right about there. And then I need to stamp, I'm gonna stamp my sentiment right on here. And I'm gonna use the sentiment that comes in this set. Thanks for making me smile. And I'm gonna stamp that on with Night of Navy. Right about there. Now bring in some of those leaves and branches that I had cut earlier. Start tucking some of them around. I think for this one I'm going to use just some gold twine. Here's that one done. And then the last card is using my circle punch. So I have my Misty Moonlight card base for this one. And I have some white cardstock. And then I had all kinds of, I can show you, I've got all kinds of strips. And I had long strips, short strips left over of this paper that I did not want to waste. So all I did is I actually had a long 12 by 12 strip of paper and I just put it across my 8.5 by 11 cardstock, but I'll just use the little one for here. So there's that glued on. Then I brought in my 2 3/8 inch circle punch. And I just lined it up. So I had a little bit of white on the bottom. And I have that strip across on my circle. Like, I was really trying to get creative for these cards. Put it on so that this line is straight, because my next little bird is going to sit on that line. So let's cut out another little bird. I'll leave it at that. Now it's time to put this onto my card base, and then I'll add, oh no, sentiment. Where is that new stamp set I have? Oh no, let's use Notes of Nature. Oh no, let's do different stamps. Oh my gosh. Do you want to see why I can't find anything? Looky. That is why I can't find anything on my desk right now. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'm telling you. We are hardcore stamping right now. Oh, you know what? I've got this one that I didn't use. Let's use this. Why not? Yay. I love it when I have pre-stamped banners. Awesome. Okay, we'll come back to that. So we will go ahead and put this right onto my card. Let's get those corners. Bring this in. Oops. Oh my word, I'm getting glue everywhere. There we go. Okay. Now, let's get a bow. I think I'm gonna put this up here. Or do I want it down here? I think I'm gonna put it up here. Bring back those rhinestones. Just enough to add a little shazam. And there's the card with the circles. And here's some of the other ones that I've made. Oh my gosh, I've been making so many of these. Here's another one. So pretty, huh? And then we have the rectangle ones. And they all have like different paper peeking through behind. Like, oh my goodness. And then the ones that I made today. So there you go, friends. That's what I've been up to. Having a lot of fun making these cards, using leftover ribbons and using up my cardstock to make the greenery, and just having such a great time making these cards. So I hope you got some inspiration today. That's always my hope with my videos, is to inspire you and give you ideas for your stamping. And I just love this paper. Grab it while you can. Celebration is on right now. If you're in Canada, all the information for my online store is in the description below. If you don't already have a demonstrator, I'd be thrilled to bits to help you. And if you live elsewhere, you can order through your demonstrator or go to stampinup.com. Thank you so much, my friends. I appreciate you. Take care and happy stamping.